It's true. NVIDIA invested over $5 billion into the Intel Corporation. This is the beginning of a new partnership. NVIDIA is going to help guide them and lead the way into the future so we can rely less on Chinese products and overseas products and utilize our resources here in the United States of America. If you like these types of documentaries, subscribe to the channel. In 1968, in the heart of California's semiconductor region, two engineers, Gordon Moore and Robert Noyce, together with investor Arthur Rock, founded a little company called Intel. Originally incorporated as In Electronics, soon renamed Intel Corporation. From the start, they set out not just to make memory chips, but to push the frontier of computing. By 1971, Intel unveiled the Intel 4004, the first commercial microprocessor, effectively putting the CPU onto a single chip. It was a leap that would reshape everything. The 1970s and 80s saw Intel releasing one groundbreaking processor after another: the 8008, the 8080, the 8086, the 8088, architectures that formed the basis for what we now call x86. Intel's CPUs became the brains of early personal computers. Alongside processor design, Intel innovated in DRAM and SRAM, EPROMs, and flash memory. They built fabrication plants around the world, expanded R&D, and helped make the tools, standards, and ecosystems of modern computing. Their dominance grew especially through the 1990s. Windows plus Intel, Wintel partnership solidified the PC revolution. Process performance repeatedly improved, shrinking transistor geometries, nodes, pushing clock speeds and throughput. Intel went public in 1971 on October 13 via an initial public offering. The offering price was $23.50 a share. The stock symbol INTC. Intel has been listed on the NASDAQ exchange since the IPO. On the ensuing decades, Intel grew into one of the world's largest semiconductor companies. Billions in annual revenue, thousands of employees, global fabs, and dominating much of the PC and CPU market. Under leaders like Andy Grove, Intel shifted from memory chips to CPUs, investing heavily in manufacturing, R&D, and advanced process technologies. Some hallmark achievements: the Pentium line, advancing chip transistor counts, introducing 3D Tri-Gate transistor leadership and server data CPUs, major R&D milestones, contributions to the tool standard software and ecosystems around chips. The challenges, disruptions, and decline. In 2010, introduced new challenges: manufacturing process node difficulties. Intel had delays bringing new, smaller process nodes into reliable volume, which allowed competitors, notably AMD, TSMC, to gain ground. Competition from AMD, Apple's decision to move away from Intel, CPUs and Macs, TSMC's dominance in the advanced foundry work, missed opportunities in mobile and AI accelerators, some technological launches, underwhelmed delays, margin pressures, rising costs, financial and organizational stress. In 2024 saw large financial losses, Intel reporting its first major loss in decades, suspending dividends, significant layoffs, and leadership changes. And in 2024, Pat Gelsinger, who had returned as CEO in 2021 with the ambitious plans to revive Intel, retired. The board later selected Lip-Bu Tan as CEO in March of 2025 to steer what many analysts call Intel's turnaround phase. Recent developments and strategic turns: the U.S. government has gotten involved, taking a non-voting stake, a 10% in Intel, to help bolster domestic chip manufacturing and secure supply chains. And the latest, NVIDIA, Intel's sometime rival, has announced a $5 billion investment in Intel common stock. The purchase price was $23.28 per share. Under the terms, NVIDIA will acquire a stake, approximately 4%, in Intel. Beyond simply buying shares, the deal involves collaboration, co-developing several generations of chips for data centers and PCs. Intel will manufacture CPUs tailored for NVIDIA's AI infrastructure. Intel will also integrate NVIDIA's GPU technology into PC products. Where Intel stands and what the future holds, Intel remains a company with unmatched heritage. It invented the microprocessor, infrastructure. It drove most of what we think as modern computing. Its manufacturing, infrastructure, and experience are deep, but its peak in terms of market dominance, perception, technological leadership has been challenged. AMD, NVIDIA, TSMC, and even newer players have squeezed Intel from multiple angles. The NVIDIA investment is widely seen by analysts as a lifeline, not merely capital, but a strategic signal that Intel must shift more aggressively into AI modern computing. If successful, the collaboration could help Intel regain competitiveness.